This video provides general legal information only. It is not legal advice. Consult an attorney in your area for help on your particular case. If you are low income, legal aid may be able to help you. Contact information is available at the end of the presentation.
As a general rule, a tenant in North Carolina cannot withhold rent. A tenant who does not pay rent has broken the lease and risks being evicted. North Carolina law says that a tenant must pay the rent on time even if the landlord does not make needed repairs. In addition, unless a landlord agrees in advance in writing, a tenant in North Carolina does not have the right to make repairs and then deduct the cost from the rent. North Carolina law also says that a landlord must make repairs within a reasonable time even if the tenant does not pay the rent. If your landlord does not make needed repairs, there is a court process that may help you. The court process is called rent abatement. A rent abatement is a reduction in the amount of your rent. If the court allows a rent abatement, your rent is lowered for the time when the repairs were not made. Before you ask the court for a rent abatement, your landlord must know that the repairs are needed. You should give the landlord written notice about the repairs. Be sure to put a date on your written notice and keep a copy for yourself. You will need it in court. If your landlord does not make necessary repairs within a reasonable time, you should write the landlord again. If the repairs are not done, you may go to court to ask for a rent abatement. There are two ways to ask for a rent abatement in court. First, you can file a civil action against your landlord in small claims court. For help in filing a civil action, download the booklet Guide to Small Claims Court at www.legalaidnc.org. Click on Get Help, then select Self-Help Library. Second, if your landlord has filed an eviction action against you, you may ask the court for a rent abatement as a counterclaim against the landlord. You may do this at the eviction hearing. After the landlord has finished testifying, you may simply state, "I am asking the court to reduce or abate the rent owed because of lack of repairs." Whether you file your own complaint or you present a counterclaim, at the hearing you will need to give evidence that supports your claim. How to prove your claim for rent abatement. First, you must show that the landlord knew about the problems. You can do this by testifying that the landlord or the landlord's staff saw the problems. You told the landlord and wrote to the landlord about the problems. The problems were there when you moved in, and the landlord promised to make repairs. The home was inspected, and you and the landlord got copies of the inspection report. Evidence may include a list of problems, including when the problem started. Evidence may also include photographs that clearly show the problems. If you wish to show the magistrate an inspection report, a bill, a receipt, or any other document, you must have copies to give to the landlord at the hearing. One or two witnesses may be helpful. Witnesses should not be related to you, and they must testify at the hearing. Get information about the monthly rent for similar rental homes in your neighborhood. Then you can testify that you are familiar with rental values in your area. The amount of the rent abatement is the difference between the home's monthly rental value in good condition and its rental value with the problem conditions. You may give your opinion of the home's rental value due to the defects. There is no exact legal standard for setting the rental value of a home that has problem conditions. It depends on the particular problems and how they have affected the people who live there. You may testify about estimates you got for repairs or materials. You may also ask for a reimbursement of extra costs that you paid because of the problems. If part of your claim is about a water or utility bill that is unusually high, you must have past bills that show what the unusual cost was. If you personally paid for a repair or materials or pest control products, you must also tell the court why the expense was necessary. A court may grant a rent abatement for each month when the landlord knew that the problems existed but repairs were not made. The abatement may be granted for the past and present, and also for the future until the problems are corrected. The abatement cannot be more than the amount of rent that was actually paid. If you are low income and the problems in your rental home are very serious, legal aid may be able to help you. Serious problems include pests such as cockroaches or bed bugs, plumbing problems, mold, lack of heat, power, or water, old water pipes that may be made of lead, old chipped paint that may contain lead, problems in multifamily buildings that are likely to affect other tenants besides you. To contact legal aid, call 1-866-219-5262. For other legal help, contact the North Carolina Lawyer Referral Service at 1-800-662-7660.